When I say out of it, not that like we weren't there. Sometimes you can want something so bad, and it just messes with you because you're not together, you're not connected. Some things can turn into some individual agendas, me against this guy, or things like that. And I thought we were dealing with a lot of that stuff early in the game, and so to be honest with you, I wasn't surprised with the start. I kind of anticipated it being a little bit like that for our freshmen. It was their first time in an environment like this at this level. And again, it's a learning experience. How do you handle all of that? Fortunately, I thought our veteran guys really stepped up and did some good things. I thought City provided a calm influence out there on the court for us. Kenna battled. Malik was really good for us. Jared, again, another calming influence for us. McGowan's was driving and getting fouled. Tony was fighting and competing and battling. And, again, I thought we were able to stay in there in the first half because we did a pretty good job defensively. And then we got into a little bit of our rhythm in the second half. It was probably, the second part of the second half, so I'd say somewhere under the 10-minute mark, right around the 10-minute mark or whatever. I remember saying to them in a timeout, like, you guys, okay, now our team is back, and now we got to keep getting stops. We have to execute. I thought in the first half we were careless. I think we had 9 turnovers in the first half, left some points out there. Again, I think it was just, we were so disjointed. But it was around the 10-minute mark, halfway through the first half, where you started to see us get back into a rhythm. Well, I thought Hughes was a load coming in. I thought he was a guy that's really good. It was very difficult to guard. We went to double him the first 2 plays. He caught it, and they hit 2 threes. And so we decided then that we were just going to play him straight up. And I thought our guys battled. Now, he still was 9 for 11 and had a double-double. He's a really good player, and he's getting better and better, throughout each game. We wanted to take away the three-point line, and we wanted to pressure them a little bit. And I thought our guys did a good job of staying with their guys. I thought we did a good job of taking away threes and not allowing them to get clean looks or high percentage shots. And then, our athleticism, we were able to make some plays, to distract them at the rim at times.
What makes Sterling such a good rebounder?
He has a knack for the ball. That's it. He has a knack for the ball. He's tough, and he just has a knack for the ball. I think that's what makes any really good rebounder. They have a knack for the ball.
You mentioned the defense. On a night when the offense, the shots weren't falling maybe the way you were hoping, how nice is it to be able to rely on that part of the game?
Our defense has been pretty good for most of the season. I think we had one game where a team shot over 40% against us. So we've been pretty consistent on that side of the floor. And it certainly does help because, you have nights like this, like the first half, where you can't make a shot. And even in the second half, we got to 44% in the second half, but probably a little bit of that came at the end because we made, a bunch of shots there at the end as we got out in transition. Defense is something we like to hang our hat on. We take pride in it. We work on it. And, I think we've seen some pretty good results. But it's something we have to continue to do and continue to work on. When we're good defensively, usually that leads to us being pretty good offensively because that allows us to get out in transition, especially when we first shot rebound. We don't give them multiple shots. I thought that's what hurt us in the first half. I think they had 9 offensive rebounds in the first half, 7 or 9. In the second half, we cut that down a little bit. I do think that helped us. Again, we just didn't have the pop that we normally have. I tried to sub guys in frequently. I thought, again, we were a little bit tired, emotionally tired. This is the end of an energy cycle for us. And, again, we were able to step up and make some plays and do some really good things, though. Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. I thought the crowd was terrific. You could feel the energy in the building. It was cool. It was really cool.
Well, he was a really good player. Really good finishing around the rim. That was one of the emphasis we made in practice leading into the game was that he was going to be really good around the rim, and on the perimeter defensively, we were just trying to stay honest. We knew that they had a couple of guys that could really get hot, make a lot of shots, make tough shots also. So we just tried to just play honest defense and not really let them get any easy looks. So.
Can you ask that question again?
If that's a similar response, or your takeaway from Hughes down low, what you did well in the perimeter as a team?
He was pretty much one of the biggest problems. He talked about in film. We just had to really pressure him, stunning him, stuff like that. But we had to sit back because they had shooters. Then a couple times they got us on backdoor cuts, so we really had to tighten down on that.
How much pride do you guys take on some of the defensive end, the rebounding, things like that? Even on a night like tonight where the shots aren't falling as much, you're able to use that for those parts of the game to work around.
That's just toughness, and that's what we take pride in is toughness and being there for your team, being a part of the team, being a part of a family. That's what we take pride in, and that results in getting defensive stops, getting rebounds, just playing the right way, making good plays for the rest of the guys, that had the same jersey on as you. So that's just really, I think that just attests to our togetherness and just us actually feeling like we're a family. So.
Trust is pretty much the biggest part. You do what you got to do, and then you trust that your teammates gonna have your back, handling their business.
Jared, you were around last year, right? This is your first year. How big is this game to you guys? How do you approach it? And do you see those guys around town, like the new game winners, anything like that?
We see them quite a bit, I guess. A lot of times they're on Pitt campus for whatever reason, but the upperclassmen, they really just talk to us about how big of a game it was. Just talk about the history of it with us, and then I don't know, we're pretty fired up.
For me, even last year, I remember going into it last year. There was a hype video that they showed us before, and I didn't know much about the rivalry. I'd heard about it, but after even seeing that, it kind of helped me better understand it. And then this year, coming back and playing it again, I was really fired up because I just know how good of an event it is for the city and how fun it is to just play in this game, in this arena against guys who you technically go to school across the street from. So people you see all the time. So it's fun to be a part of something like this.
What was your reaction to the way they started the game, and how do you feel like you were able to kind of get past that pretty quickly and get things back to even?
I think most of it in the start was us, not being sharp, kind of just being a little amped, especially some of the new guys just being a little amped up, which is to be expected. I think they were just a little amped up, and we just had to kind of calm down, get back to our principles, and that was how you see us come out in the second half and kind of just try to take over the game a little bit.
Jared, do you feel like his team is finding its best offense through transition?
Well, yes, transition is a big part of the way we play. We're really athletic, really fast. When we get out and we're being unselfish and making plays for one another, things tend to go in our favor.
The biggest thing was don't let one game beat you twice. So we really had to settle down, and it was a tough loss, Iowa game, but really bounce back and then refine ourselves.
Trey, your first experience in this game, and really just first experience in this kind of game where it's big arena and a kind of a 50-50 crowd. You know, is that fun when, you know, you go up and especially when you're able to, you know, make some plays that get your side of the crowd into it and that kind of thing?
Yeah, it kind of brought me back to high school. Ran easily rivalry. It was pretty big. It was kind of hostile environment, going both ways, but it was definitely fun to play in.